Hey guys, it's me here with your weekly update. Welcome to 2022. Woohoo, we made it. We are here. This is our first weekly update for the year. So, um, yeah, I just want to start with that. How's everybody doing? How are your holidays? Mine were decent. My family was sick over the holidays, not COVID, but we just had the sinus infection, nasty bug. Like, I don't know if you guys can hear it in my voice. I'm on week three of it, and stuff like that. So it wasn't bad. We got a chance to rest. We still got to see some family and do a little bit of traveling. But we didn't quite have the energy to go through the holiday season like we normally would have. So how are you guys doing? Just give me a quick check-in, let me know how you experienced your holiday or something like that. I would love to hear. If there's any way I can be praying for you guys. I know a few of you guys are sick. Let me know. I would love to be praying for you guys. Um, so this week, just so you guys know, this week we are starting a brand new series called A Day at the Museum, which I'm really excited about. It follows the early life of Jesus, and it's done through like a theme of a museum, which for kids are a lot of fun because they're interactive and they're designed to engage kids. And so this series is a lot of fun where there's like tasting exhibits and there's sound exhibits and there's other things like that where we get to just like practice. There's like science experiments that you guys get to do with the kids. So I'm really super excited. For just the ways this curriculum is like this month is going to really hopefully engage the kids and just pique their interest around the life of Jesus. Now I may send you guys an email like if you're teaching on a specific Sunday. So like this Sunday, it's we can hear the voice of like if we can hear the voice of God if we listen. And I don't think it was written into the curriculum, but I actually want you guys to make sure you guys are taking like 2 minutes on Sunday mornings to actually have the kids pause and actually listen to the voice of God. So yes, we want to talk about it and we want to teach about it, what it sounds like, what it means to hear from the Lord. But then I actually want to give the kids the opportunity to actually experience that for themselves, and not just talk about it. So I'll email you guys, those of you who are on the Sunday specific details and instructions on how to do that. And you can pick something out of the curriculum not to do to replace this. But we want the kids to actually experience this and try it on for themselves if it's not already a regular routine of your Sunday morning with the kiddos. So with that, there are some new things with our curriculum. So the first new thing that you guys are going to see, and it'll be attached to this email, is there's actually a little devotional. Now it's only one a month, so there's not one every week, but there is a monthly little devotional that you can read that will kind of help just you center your hearts and your thought and your mind around this theme and for yourself, which I'm going to encourage you guys to do before the first Sunday that you teach. Just to give you the opportunity to just get yourselves in the right thoughts and frame of mind before you teach with the kids. I always encourage, obviously, spending time in the scripture, reading the stories and stuff like that you're going to teach before you do it. The second thing that is new is, normally we send home like the papers each month that lay out like, hey, here's the themes for each week, here's the Bible stories and stuff like that we're going to teach. And we hand them out and then we do great. And I throw away probably about half of what I print for you guys. And then after that, I'm sure I can only imagine about half of those, if not a quarter of those, only actually make it all the way home. We do actually give those out electronically to our families in our monthly newsletter. So, and in the interest of saving paper, I actually am going to try maybe just 1 or 2 months of not printing them. You guys, I would love your feedback. If you hear anything from families like, oh man, I miss having it printed or something like that, I would love to do it. But they actually gave us these cards with a QR code that we're going to give to families, and it actually allows them to access that information on their phone around here's the scripture, here's the big idea of what we're teaching for the month. And the reality is preschoolers and elementary kids are doing the same thing. So it's really nice to have just one piece of paper. And it's only like a quarter size sheet. So we are hopefully saving paper, ink, and toner, and time and energy by providing this for our families instead of big pieces of paper that, like I said, I end up throwing away half of that. Along with throwing away half the papers, I find that I've been throwing away a lot of our coloring pages. Now, I understand not every kid likes to color, not every kid wants to color, not every kid gets in on time to color. Another thing that Grow gave us this month is they gave us a coloring book. And in the coloring book, each is all of the coloring pages for the month that the kids would normally do as part of the curriculum. And they gave us a few extra pages like around the theme or the memory verse and stuff like that. So what I want to try is instead of me every week printing off the coloring page, is I'm in the middle printing. Unfortunately, like our copier broke in the middle of it, so I'm not going to have enough. I may have enough this Sunday. We'll see how close we are, at least for elementary and preschool. I'm going to give each kid a coloring book, but here's the deal. I want it to stay at church. I don't want it going home this Sunday. So each week you'll just find the appropriate coloring page and let the kids color that page. If it's at the beginning of the month, they can color the theme page or the memory verse page. There's like a coloring page for the memory verse and stuff like that. So I want And then, because what I love is the idea. So instead of sending home a coloring page, like it's thrown on the bottom of a car or doesn't even make it out the building because they set it down somewhere, is how cool would it be at the end of the year to send this coloring book home with the kids where they get a whole year of like, this is everything I've learned and colored, or maybe they didn't color. So on the back, or actually no, it's on the front, there's like a little square that you can write the kids' names. So each Sunday they come in, they get their book. So Abigail will have her book and stuff like that. Um, and then, like I said, then and as kids, if kids move up from preschool to elementary, we can move the books with them because it's all the same for all the age groups. So I just think it's a great way to give kids and families like a cool, like, hey, here's everything we did this year. It's just kind of like a cool, like not a report card, but like a portfolio almost of our learning. So I just think that's a great thing. So those are three new things with our curriculum: the devotional, the what we're teaching cards, and then the coloring book. Outside of that, I have one more resource for families, which again I started printing today at church, and because the copier broke, I will have some, but I won't have enough. And if for families like, oh, we really want some, um, and it's only one per family anyway, so we'll get a majority of our families. I don't even know how busy we're going to be this Sunday with COVID and everything and where we're at, but um, I actually printed off these family prayer calendars. Now, if you guys have noticed in the past, I usually would pass out every month. I had these like one page, beautiful, colorful calendars that had every day had a different prayer prompt for families. This is very similar, but this one was just redesigned and printed a little bit larger and in a calendar format. So I am printing off, again, like I said, and as I can, one per family to hand out to all of our families this month. So I think this prayer calendar is just really great because it reminds families to pray together. It helps them just know like, hey, this is very something simple. It gives kids just an idea of like different ways to pray. So it's not always like, it doesn't always have to be the same way or like, oh, just ask me, give me. So it really helps focus like, hey, pray for somebody else, pray for your neighbor, pray for somebody with L, where you can pray this scripture. So it's a really sweet calendar. I've been doing them with my kiddos, over the last year or so, for however long we've been doing them. And so I just saw this in a full year printed format, and I just thought it was really cute and really sweet and wanted to provide that for our family. So we'll start passing them out this month or this Sunday. And again, if we run out, just say, hey, family, we had an issue with our copier. We'll get more in next Sunday. I mean, it's not really going to mess anything up. It's just other than a week less of prayer prompts to use for the families. Um, so that's it in terms of Sunday stuff. The last thing in terms of Sunday stuff is we are still going to be masking us and the kids. Just the way numbers are hitting right now, the way hospitals are being filled up. I know elementary and up kids are eligible for the vaccine, and as a church, we've always said, hey, if that's an option, once that's an option, we'll make mask optional. But we've decided for this month to continue to mask, at least our kids and us as volunteers, just because we do want to keep everybody safe and give families more time to choose that vaccine option if they want. And so, so yeah. And honestly, like, my kindergartner, her teachers have started showing her Chromebooks, how to use the Chromebooks, because they're like, we don't know if we're going to make it through this month without having to close schools. So really, I just even want to like, I even think about like how she goes out into the world beyond Sundays and be like, man, like I want to honor her teachers, and have her masked when she's in spaces that are, that can impact others, like on that level. So yes. So for the month of January, be prepared to be masked. Corey's meeting with the elders next week, and he and I are going to continue to have conversations all this month about what February looks like. So don't worry about February. Just think it's only for 4 more weeks. We want to just continue to just keep ourselves, keep our friends and our neighbors safe, and just to be aware of those who are working in the hospitals or feeling a little overwhelmed. Okay, so we just want to continue to care and love for others. With that being said, as you hear me saying, maybe we'll remove masking. Maybe don't go off and like sharing this with other families like, hey, this is what Lindsay's going to do. We'll announce things as we need to announce things. If you haven't shared with me your thoughts around that, let me know. I would love to know what you think. And by the way, this does not apply to preschoolers. Unfortunately, we're still going to mask them just because the vaccine's not available for that age group. So preschool room, you guys will still have to mask when you show up on Sundays. But anyways, in terms of elementary and epic, as you hear about the possibility of us making masking an optional thing, highly recommended, but optional. And if I haven't gotten a chance to talk to you one-on-one about this already, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and feelings around all that. So that's in terms of Kid Venture and Sundays. Real quick, there are two things happening in the life of the church I wanted to make you aware of. One is an encounter service, which if you guys don't know what those are just nights of prayer and worship. Um, as a group, as a church. So Annabeth will be there leading us. It's just a fun night. It's just of just getting to actually receive. And I always love highlighting this for us as teachers because I know we obviously still attend church on Sundays, but we pour out a lot when we're serving with our kids. And so anytime there's an opportunity for you to receive, I just want to encourage you guys to participate in those as well. So we will hire sitters. There's very limited spaces for kids. So sign up for it ahead of time. I think it's on your app. I'll link it here to our email as well, so you can sign up if you want to. But be there. I think it's great. I'll be there. I think my kiddos will be there. Abigail will, she's elementary, so I'll probably have her participating in the service because I think it'd be great for her to see and experience that. So that's the encounter service. And then there's our soul care retreat. Which is just another space where you kind of get to process through. Like last year, Danielle just has this beautiful, beautiful thing where she like walks you through certain questions and exercises that helps you kind of like process through last year and then helps shift your focus to focus forward into 2022. And it looks a little bit different each year, so I'm being kind of vague on purpose because I don't know exactly what she has planned. But it's just a really beautiful space, especially if you're coming out of 2021 feeling like very heavy or very confused or stuck, or it's just anywhere where you're kind of like, man, like I don't even know how I'm going to get through 2022 because something from 2021 still seems to be stuck on you. I would highly encourage you guys to make this space a priority, so that you can just to let it go. Because I always find these things where I'm like, oh, they're really beautiful. And last year, they did it online because of COVID, and I was like, oh, I'm going to do this at home, and I found I didn't. Like, I'm one of those people that needs to be in the space. Um, to really be able to process through. So I gotta look at my calendar to see if I can make it. But I would just highly encourage you guys to go and make this a priority if you are around and available on the weekend that this is happening. So I'll link those two things to this email. So thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for all you guys do. I am looking forward to 2022 with you guys, and I will see you all on Sunday. Bye.